Hi guys, Jacob here from Aegis. I'd like to record a quick video and share how you could make decisions, how you can prioritize your tasks so you work on only what's most important. And here I have a sample CSV that I came up with. First you list an activity, then you list the revenue per year. I'll explain how I calculate it later. Then it's confidence. How certain are you from 1 to 10? Expenses, time and money, and profit in the end. So how it works? Let's fill it out with me, and I'll share my thinking about it. So let's say you have a YouTube channel and you want to collect more emails. That's the goal, and you want to decide what's the most important and what should you work on first. So you just brainstorm your ideas and add all of them. Only 5, but you can have maybe 20, 50, and with 50 it's really important to prioritize, because you'll never get done all 50. You just need to pick one or two that are most important. So with the example of YouTube channel, let's say you want to collect more emails. First, you can double down on content. So you'll be publishing twice as much. And it's easy to calculate. Let's say you have links that go to a website and you collect emails. See how many emails you collect now. Let's say it's 100. And I will use dollars because some people use like users or impact or emails. It's easier for me to calculate dollars. In this example, you would need to calculate how much you make per email, per new email. Let's for the simplicity, let's just say 100 email is $100. So if you double down on YouTube and start posting instead of 1 time a week, 2 times a week, most likely, I mean, you might not double your emails, but most likely you'll increase it by at least 30%. That's generous. So let's say it's 30 emails, so $30, right? And I usually calculate per year since it's easier to see the impact. So I was referring to 30 emails per day. Let's just multiply it by a year. Okay, yeah, land grant. Okay, and how certain are you that this will happen? Well, I would say maybe 6, because I mean, if you double down, it's I mean, you can expect that more than half, more than 50% probability that you'll gain some percentage. Maybe it's not 30, but at least it would be 20 or 15. And expenses. Usually I calculate expenses in dollars, so it's easier. So let's say you have it's maybe you have assistant and you pay him I don't know, $100 per video or $200, or it's your time. So just calculate what's your time worth, how much your time you spent on a video. I mean, I don't do much YouTube, so I would just guess, let's say 5 hours of your time. maybe it's $30 per hour, and maybe $200 to assistant, or $100 to assistant to help you out with final video. So it would be about $250 in expenses, and that's your profit per year. And it updates automatically, but the cool feature is I assume that you're at least 2 times incorrect about the expenses, so the formula multiplies it. So here it accounts for you'll spend not 250 but 500, and it's you still can get off, but when I found 2 times is a good start. So giveaway. Let's say you run a giveaway I mean, the giveaway is like you run it once. You could probably get an average video views, how much you get per video. Let's say it's 10,000 views. And you can calculate, I guess, how much like a click-through rate on your video, or how many clicks, how many emails you get from one video. I mean, generally I would go with maybe 1 to 2%. With giveaways it could be more, depends on what you give away. But let's make it 5, but it's generous. So 5%, it's 500. It's actually quite a lot. I would be more down to like 200 or 300. Let's use 200. So that's how much you might get emails. Even if you go up to 500, it's still 500. Not a lot. Maybe you can run it 2-3 times a year, so you can make 1500. How confident are you? I mean, I wouldn't give it more than 4, because I just ran a few giveaways in the past, and sometimes so it's like hit or miss. And in terms of expenses, I would just add $100 since it's one video. So it's not a lot. Adding a pop-up to the website. So you can add an exit pop-up to the website with some call to action. So let's say the person leaves your website. They leave anyway. They'll never come back. You might entice them with some discount or some free product or free something. So just based on experience, I mean, you need to have some like basic understanding on how like potentially everything works, so some numbers. So just in my experience, you get low digits conversions, so you could get maybe 4% of people leaving, so you'd get, let's say, 100 visitors or like 500 visitors per day. 4% is 20 emails. But the beauty is you set it up one time and you get 20 emails each day. So you multiply it by 365. That's significant. So that's per year. And how confident? I mean, I would give it a 7, because exit pop-ups works. They're annoying, but they work. And expenses, I mean, it depends. If you know how to set it up yourself, it could take 1 hour. There are some free plugins you could use on the WordPress, or you can pay a developer. But anyway, let's say $200. And these numbers are just an estimate, so you don't need to be specific. Right now we're just going like high level, just to understand what ideas to prioritize, because some ideas will stand up more, just like this one is definitely less than this one, so you don't need to be like a dollar per dollar size. And let's just finish the exercise. So lead magnet is some free pack, free lots, free something, and it works generally well. I would expect you could probably get the same in terms of let's make it the same as exit pop-up, just to show you the difference between labor. Confidence, I'm also confident that it will work, but in expenses you might spend more than $200 just creating something that people need. Let's say you spend 1,000, but it's still worth doing. And blog, if you have a blog and you take a look how much traffic or emails you are getting. If the target is getting emails, the blog might not be the best, because you might get traffic but not get emails from that. So let's say you're getting 5 emails per day. If you increase it by like double, it's still like irrelevant compared to other activities you could do. So let's say you're pretty confident and it would take a lot of your time for sure, like blogging. Yeah, I would oh, by the way, expenses, so I changed the calculation to yearly here, but I didn't change the expenses on a regular basis. So in this case, if you're spending $250 per week, that's 52 weeks. So that's that might be not the best strategy for you, because if you're spending extra 5 hours per week, let me just double check. So 5 hours per week at the 30 rate, there are 4 weeks and there are 12 months. So yeah, you are spending like 70 to 100, and let's say you wouldn't use an assistant, you would do everything yourself. Now let's adjust it. So it's still questionable, because you might make more money. So for the long term, it might be like a good strategy, but maybe for the short term, if you need cash sooner, it might not be the best strategy. And what I usually do, I just sort like this, and let's remove those two. Okay, and now we have a yeah, blogging will also take maybe less than a video, but let's put 5 grand and just sort it again. And from the sorting, you see that exit pop-up is by far the easiest and fastest way to get more emails in your case. So just go and do that first. Then lead magnet. you create it once and it might be working for you for months or years. So that's good too. This one I would question those. It depends on the gains. Maybe you'll gain more than 30%. If you can play with the numbers. Let's say if you double uh, double your emails instead of just 30%, so it would be 3 times more, then it might make sense. So it all depends, but it's just a guess. So you could have a good start, because we've spent maybe 15 minutes, and if I wasn't explaining everything, it would be maybe 5 minutes. But now, if you will spend like weeks or days working on something, it might make sense to spend 5 minutes planning and deciding on what to work first. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll include a link, and you can copy and paste. So press File, make a copy, and you'll paste this to your Google Drive, and you can fill it out. Yeah, just find it. I mean, try to use it myself whenever I have multiple tasks and I need to decide what's important. Just run this exercise. I hope it helps. Thank you.